Arkansas, all sports. It's more sports.
All right, welcome in, everybody. What's going on? I'm Wess Moore. Glad you're with us tonight. Big show tonight. We're going to talk a little Razorbacks football. Clint Stoerner will join us, and Clint is going into the Razorbacks Hall of Honor. Big honor for him. We'll talk to Clint here in a few minutes, but we're going to talk a little football, Purdue football. Last time we talked with this man, he was riding bulls, raising money for his program. It tells me he'll do anything for his kids and his players and his program. Barry Odom joins us now. Coach, welcome into More Sports. Any bull riding in the future? You got anything going, riding bulls?
Great to see you, and thanks for having me on. Always good to be able to connect with the great people in the state of Arkansas. No bull riding. That was a one and done career. I'll do a lot of things. I'll do almost anything now that I've done that. If you ever see or hear that I'm taking part on getting on another bull, somebody send help because they're holding me against my will. That'll never happen again.
Lesson learned, I'm sure. How's it going in Purdue?
You know, we're off. We got the job in December, so really 9.5 months in, 10 months in, and we've made great progress. We're on a bye this week. We started the season. We're 2-2, and the last 2 weeks we got beat by USC, turned the ball over 3 times down in the red zone. They're an explosive. They're a really good football team, and we ended up losing that one. And then we lost last week at Notre Dame, and I think they're built like a winning team. But we've made progress each week. Won our first 2 weeks, and this bye happens for us at a really good time, and then we step into conference play with Illinois next week. So. Went through really a roster turnover completely. We've got 82 new players this year that weren't here last year, competing in the Big Ten Conference. We've got a great staff. We're excited about the foundation that we put in, and our expectation is to win. And nobody wants to hear that, hey, in year 3 we're going to get it done, and that's never crossed my mind one time. We're excited about what we're building, what we're going to do, and then this next 8 weeks, how important it is for us to play our best ball.
You had a strong Arkansas tie at UNLV, and you still have some Arkansas guys. How are they doing?
Yeah, I think really fortunate because in the world of college coaching and college sports now, with all the change and guys able to transfer and leave, and I've always been really lucky that I've had good people around me, and not only staff but also players. And Manny Powell right now sticks out to me on a guy that is a leader for us. He's been voted team captain by his peers. He's playing really well. He'll have a good season for us, and he have to in this defense playing that spot at linebacker. Jalen St. John is starting for us at left guard. He also was voted team captain. So excited about the leadership that those guys bring. Been around them a long time, so they know our program and what we're trying to get done. So those guys stand out. Carson Dean joined us. He was a transfer linebacker, he's doing a nice job. And Alex Sanford continues to earn playing time. He's doing a really nice job at the linebacker position and on special teams. So fortunate that we got a core group of guys that I've known over the years, and they continue to prove the fundamentals of football will still win. You got to block and tackle, you got to run and hit, you over prepare, you outwork people, and those guys for us right now are helping lead the way.
I've seen Malachi get some playing time. He's going to always have a special place in the hearts of Razorback fans for that drive against Tennessee. Update us on Malachi.
Yeah, he's doing great. And I knew once I started naming guys, I would leave somebody out. But obviously, Malachi's playing quarterback and doing a great job. What a terrific young man he is, a great leader, a great student of the game. He's playing for us. And when we've called his number, he's played really well. So I think, if you look at the next 8 weeks for us, all those guys we mentioned, including Malachi, are going to have a huge role in getting us where we need to be.
The life of a coach, it takes you everywhere. You bounce around from place to place, from stop to stop. What will you always think back and remember about your time in Arkansas?
Really, I call it my family. We've got 3 kids. My wife and I have 3 kids, and we call that home. Even though we were there 3 years, the relationships, the people, the passion of the fan base. We loved living in the state. Northwest Arkansas was so friendly and so good to us. It was hard to leave. It really was, and really enjoyed working for Sam. There in the 3 years that we had together, we got a lot of some of our closest friends are still there in the Northwest Arkansas area. We got family that lives in Bentonville, and as many times as we can, we try to get back just because that's kind of our home base for our kids, and forever will be.
You mentioned Coach Pittman. He said in his press conference Monday or he was asked if he had spoken with you, and there's the natural tie-in with y'all just playing Notre Dame and Arkansas playing Notre Dame this week. And he said, "Yeah, we talk all the time, and we talked earlier this week." Is there anything a coach can help a coach with scouting and playing a team the week before?
Yeah, I think really, if you look, Sam Pittman is one of my closest friends, and it was. What a great joy it was to work for him for those 3 years, and we've kept in great contact. Every week or month that we were in Vegas at UNLV, we stayed connected. Really enjoy he and Jamie, and I think you look at going into a game, you're always looking for an advantage. I call it the law of the edge. You're always trying to find an edge for your team any way possible, and through film study. Through looking at common opponents, look at a number of different things, building the scheme of the week. And then also, if you can get information of somebody that's seen it, live and in person, there could be some questions that answered. So I think, there wasn't, really more than anything, Sam and I were just catching up. We just happened to play a common opponent there. So I think, all coaches are searching, for ways to give their team some sort of advantage. If there's something they can find at all that helps their team, then I think we're all striving for that.
What would you tell Razorback fans getting ready for this Notre Dame game about the Irish offense?
Yeah, they're really very talented, and Coach Freeman I've got a lot of respect for. Their offensive line is built like a championship offensive line. Their quarterback's playing really well. I think they got two of the best running backs in college football. Receivers are threats everywhere. They either short route, intermediate, and then the deep ball. And then defensively, they're aggressive. They're long. They run really well. And this solid, just a really, really solid team. I know this that I don't know what time the game time is, but I know that Sam will have the Razorbacks ready to play. And my guess is Razorback Stadium is going to take over and be just like it is. What a great place for a home environment and a home game.
Yeah, the only unfortunate thing, Coach, is it's a 11 o'clock kickoff. If it would have been the night game, a 7 o'clock game, that place would, you know how electric it can be at night. But I still feel like if Arkansas can get off to a good start, that place is going to be really rowdy, no matter what time the game starts.
No question about that. Yeah, they'll be ready to go.
What do you like to do in your off time? I know there's not a lot, but
yeah,
what do you like to do?
Typically, and our ages of our children are, kind of spread out. We've got two sons that are in college, and then we've got a daughter that's in the 5th grade. So really everything for us is based around them. When we lived in Arkansas, lived there in Fayetteville, we had a boat out on Beaver Lake that I became a really good boat captain. I love it. We're out on the water, usually we had a grill on the boat. And, that was always enjoyable around the pool. Usually it's family time. And when we do get a chance to get away, whether it's spring break or right around Memorial Day, there's always a little window of time there. We try to go to the beach. We try to vacation somewhere. But that would be, for an easy getaway for me, pretty simple. Get out on the lake, have a lemonade, a little background music, and you can solve a lot of problems that way.
No wonder you and Coach Pittman are such good friends. That's what he loves to do too. You mentioned the portal early and rebuilding your team. I got to wonder, does it make it easier these days, the portal, to rebuild quickly when you move like that?
I think every team's different. We know that. But, when I got the job here, the first team meeting I had, we had fewer than 40 players in the still on the team. Most everybody had already left. So, the only way to fix that problem was to be able to, number one, we recruited really well from a high school class, but also, we had to get transfers. That was the only way to get where we needed to be. And then you look at, okay, how are you going to build it for sustained success? I think there's still great value in the opportunity to develop, recruit and develop players. And then, for me, we were very select and direct on who we were trying to target in the portal, because they needed to be guys that fit what we wanted, our culture, the DNA of who we were, and then they needed to be able to play winning football in the Big Ten Conference. So, we were really aggressive in that, and I think it provides opportunities, that you can have. I think a way to build what you want to be offensively and defensively, maybe a little bit better than if you were just strictly recruiting from the high school level. Now, I say that, we've signed almost a full class of high school guys my last 3 years, the 2 years at UNLV, and then this past year, we've signed almost 30 high school guys every single year, because I believe in that. I believe in the foundation of how you build your program. But also we've been very, very aggressive with the portal, and you've got to be, in my opinion, and that way you can, if you have an injury, you've got an opportunity there to maybe get a guy with some experience. So, there's a balance of what that looks like, and it's different for every single person and program on how they want to build their team.
Coach, best of luck building that team. You have a lot of fans here in Arkansas that they're rooting for Purdue, and I really appreciate your time in joining us today.
Great to see you, and much success, much respect, and take care, and thanks to all the people in Arkansas for being great friends of ours.
It is going to be a big weekend in Fayetteville. Not only do we have the game, but we have the Hall of Honor going in, and we got one of the members joining us, Clint Stoerner, the quarterback. What's up, Clint, man? How are you doing? How are you feeling about this weekend?
Wes, look, I feel good, man. I mean, look, when you're cut from the cloth that I'm cut from, brother, and you get a chance to go in the Hall of Honor, man, there ain't no Memphis loss gonna bring that down. I promise you, we're gonna have us a good time. So I feel good, man. I'm really excited about this weekend. Again, it's an unbelievable honor that I never thought that I would be receiving, and so I'm gonna soak these moments up. I was talking to some people a little earlier, man, and I never was the player, Wes, to stop and take the moment in. I mean, there's so many great moments, especially in a Razorback uniform, that it's just, I mean, as a quarterback, you got so much on your mind, and you're moving and shaking. It's on to the next situation, and what does that mean, and how are we going to adjust to this, that you never just sit back and soak up what the heck happened, or what we accomplished, or what we didn't accomplish. And for me, this is the opportunity, man, to to kind of reflect a little bit and celebrate a little bit on some of the accomplishments that the teams that I was able to quarterback had the opportunity to reach.
What was the feeling when you got that call?
Well, again, it's crazy to me, man, Wes, because I just have never, even now at damn near 50, looking back on the career and what I was able to accomplish, I just don't view myself as any way remotely close to Hall of Fame worthy. And so it's the calls are all, it's wild to me to get a call and to think that folks think highly enough of my career and what we were able to accomplish, to be Hall of Fame worthy. So to be honest with you, it's a weird feeling, because I don't believe it, if that makes sense. Obviously, I know it's real. I mean, hell, we're here, but it's just hard to sit back and beat my chest about being a Hall of Famer, because I just don't. That's just not in my DNA. So it's surreal. It's really cool, no doubt about it. But it's still something that's a little bit, to be honest with you, a little bit uncomfortable. I'm on radio every day in Houston, and I mean, we've hardly mentioned it. I just know it's not something that I'm real comfortable, I guess, beating my chest about, to be honest with you. But it's awesome to be here.
Clint, if you're going to have a good time no matter what. I mean, it's going to be a great weekend, but can you imagine what it would be like if Arkansas get that win?
Come on, man. Yeah, it's we're going to have a good time, and it's a morning game. So it's the morning games, you got to get up, you got to get moving, which with kids now, it's a little easier for me to do. But the good thing about those morning games, whether you're a fan or a player, is it gives you the afternoon to do whatever it is you like to do. You want to hit Dixon Street, you want to play golf, you want to go to the, just hang at one of the local restaurants, you can do that as well. So you got plenty of opportunity to get loose, whichever way that you do that after the game. And the key here is are we drowning our sorrows? Are we smiling, celebrating, high fiving? I mean, what's the vibe going to be at the after party? Because like you said, we're damn sure gonna have a good time. We're gonna have an after party, but the question is what's that vibe going to be like? Hopefully, Taylor Green and Bobby Petrino can find a way to score more points than Notre Dame does against our defense, and we can all be happy.
That's the key, right? You're going to have to outscore them at this point in the season. They are who they are.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've seen enough from this defense to know that they're going to get ran through week in, week out. I mean, because there's just too many problems, Wes. I mean, there's one thing to watch a team, whether any offense or defense, but it's one thing in this instance to watch a team and go, they're going to take some chances. They're going to give up some big plays, and so they're going to give up some points. But they're going to get a couple of turnovers, and they're going to get some stops. They're going to get a big sack here that's going to put them in 3rd and long. When it all boils down to it, we play 4 quarters. Taylor Green's going to be better than the opponent's offense, and I just don't feel that right now. As good as Taylor Green and Bobby Petrino are right now, it's a shame to say that I just don't feel like our defense is going to adjust and do anything other than what we've seen them do. There's too many problems, Wes. There's too many problems. It's all 3 layers of all 3 levels of the defense. It's the inability to strain and finish. The physicality's not there. There's obviously with busted coverages and things of that nature, there's confusion. The communication's not where it needs to be. So I just think there's so many problems defensively that it's going to be hard for them to fix it in a way that they're going to be ready for a Notre Dame offense, right? This Notre Dame offense, I think, is better than expected. The Notre Dame defense is not as good as expected. So I think we got a real chance, but it's not going to come because our defense is worth the damn. I just don't see those guys fixing the problems.
Yeah, what kind of pressure is then put on an offense and Taylor Green when you got to score pretty much every time to have a chance to win the game?
Well, Wes, that's the key here. It's unfair pressure is what it is. You say what kind? It's unfair. Yeah. But the reality of it is, when we're talking about Arkansas right now, Taylor Green has to be damn near perfect. It's 2 or 3 plays. This game is going to come down to, as every game has, this game is going to come down to 2 or 3 plays. And the degree of difficulty is going to be through the roof. And Taylor Green's going to have to make the throw, right? He's going to run. He's going to produce with his feet. They're going to score points. But there's going to be an opportunity to either stay in the game, either get within a field goal or take a lead, or there's going to be the opportunity to extend the lead and put real pressure on Notre Dame. And this is going to be 4th quarter, right? Second half, 4th quarter. There's going to be 2 or 3 plays where, if Omega Blake's running hot down the middle of the field and near the back of the end zone, you got to thread that needle. If he double moves and he busts open and all you got to do is get it over the top, don't underthrow it. You got to get it over the top, don't underthrow it. Like, that is the world that Taylor Green is living in, and that's the world that we as Razorback fans are living in right now. Is those 2 or 3 plays legitimately are going to determine whether you win this game.
Everybody coming up, going to make a trip and just make it an event, a big weekend.
Yeah, man, I brought up 8 with me last night. I've got 2 more coming today. I've got 3 coming tomorrow, and then I've got obviously my Fayetteville crew, my Northwest Arkansas crew, and some of my Central Arkansas crew coming up. So yeah, man, we got a crew coming up, and we're gonna have us a good old time, man. Tomorrow's pretty loaded. We got a little luncheon deal that they throw for us, and then the banquet starts at 5:30, so it's a pretty loaded Friday. And then Saturday, we go down, we do the brick ceremony before the game at like 8:30 in the morning because it's an early game. And then they do us, they honor us at halftime. And then we got the Saturday afternoon to do what we do, baby. It's going to be a good time. I tell you, I'm excited for many reasons about this weekend, and I'm excited for myself and my family and to get honored. But Wes, there's nothing bigger for me than to have the opportunity and the honor to go in with Ryan Mallett. I think originally it was kind of one of those things where some folks were tiptoeing around it like it was going to be something that maybe bothered me, like somebody was going to steal my shine, or 2 quarterbacks going in at the same time kind of deal. And man, it's not. It's the exact opposite for me, man. I loved Ryan Mallett. I got to know Ryan Mallett really he had about a year left in college. I trained him a little bit when he was in the league, and we became pretty good friends, man. And to have the opportunity to go in a class with him when he's not here to speak for himself. And not, look, I know his mom and their family's going to do a great job honoring Ryan Mallett. But for me, in the Arkansas Razorback quarterback fraternity, to be the person that gets to go in with him and have an opportunity to maybe speak from the quarterback perspective a little bit on Ryan Mallett, it's an honor. I'm looking forward to it, man, and I wouldn't have it any other way, man. For my name to be etched in stone next to Ryan Mallett's in any way, but definitely in a Hall of Honor way, representing the University of Arkansas, the quarterback fraternity. It's a blessing, man, and I'm honored to be able to do it. So it's even extra special for me.
Very well said. Clint, thank you for your time. Congratulations. Soak it all in, man, and have fun this weekend.
It's going to be a good time, Wes. Thank you for having me, man. I love what you do, brother, and I value your friendship, man. Have a good one, man.
It's Clint Stoerner joining us. It's going to be an awesome weekend in Fayetteville. Hey, coming up on the show tomorrow, we're going to preview some high school football games. Thomas Thrash will join us once again as we take a look at some of the big high school football games. And then Saturday, be sure to join us for more sports. We'll have a post-game show live from outside Reynolds Razorback Stadium as soon as that game ends. So a big couple of days coming up. Glad you were with us. Be sure to join us tomorrow night for more sports.
All Arkansas, all sports. It's more sports.